What's up? All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Elwood. We are live June 4th, 2020, from the Political Vigilante World Headquarters in military-occupied Santa Monica, California. Greetings. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's moving quick. It's looking good. Boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, boom. Beam, boom, boom, ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. What's up, Shesh, Yar, Shah, Yar? Just move that just a touch over that way. Okay, what? Hold on. Live now. Bam. Oh, there it is. What's going on? 16 watching. I'm only seeing one person in the live chat. What's going on? What's going on? I feel like things have been squandered. Hello, citizens of Gotham. Hit the like button. Let me know you are here. What's up? Granny, I got that song in Brown Petroleum Road. Granny Petrol here. Granny Petrol here. What is up with the chat? All right. Hit the like button. Is it shake time? Just manifest it, Brian. Manifest your YouTube streams. What's up, BS? Oh. All right, there we go, everybody. Hit the like button. Hey, Cat B, what's up, Randy, Nicholas, Bob Swanik, Annabelle Corley, Monarch, Owen, LW, Sherry Smith, Brian BS, Toey, Gustafson. When am I going to go on Jimmy Dore again? I don't know. It's whenever he asks me. Yeah, I love doing that show. Monarch, Graham, I got into quite an argument about how Antifa as a belief has been exploited by right-wing Trumps as a bad thing, hence why I'm skeptical of Antifa and fascism. It's like being nihilistic. Yeah, well, that's being used because there's fascists on the right, and, you know, Antifa just stands for anti-fascist, and they're like, Antifa, where's the organization? Where's the, like, is there like a headquarters? Is there a, I mean, there's just like, and also, you know, private intelligence gets into organizations like that and tries to subvert them and cause problems and get them painted in a bad. So that's why, oh, Antifa's causing all the problems. Because what that does is it deflects from the fact that, no, the cops are insinuating the violence. The cops are causing all this fucking problems. The cops are showing up. This is a no more police brutality protest, and the cops show up in riot gear and then are brutal, and they're like, what's everyone so mad? We don't get it. It's like unbelievable to me. And look, man, my two uncles fought fascists in World War II. That's what we did in World War II. We fought fascists. Hitler was a fascist. Mussolini was a fascist. Hirohito was a fascist. Those were three fascist governments. That's what the Allies were doing. We were fighting fascists. So there's fascists here, there's Nazis here, and we have to fight them. So that's why they're trying to make it seem like, oh, Antifa's just a bunch of thugs, you know, breaking windows. And it's like, it's such bullshit, man. You see and hear me good? All right. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello, Edwin. How's my day going? Yeah, fascism equals corporate control plus nationalism. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point, Brian. Right, and yeah, this is a great point too. Some white nationalists have disguised as Antifa. Exactly. White nationalists are fascists. That's who they are. And that's so like, ugh. Jumping over to the accidental activist in 90 minutes. She's doing a live stream on Brickgate. Oh, wow, interesting. Is there somewhere to find out if there are protests in an area by where we live? There needs to be something like that. Oh, that's a good point. I don't know if there's like a hub or some. I think it's like maybe search your social media or even just like do a web search of like Black Lives Matter protests near this zip code or whatever. I would try that. Because like I was in Santa Monica today, I'm going to talk about this. I went live at a protest by Santa Monica City Hall, and there was another protest like in my neighborhood too. And people are just organizing them, saying we're going out, we're going to do this. So, and there was a huge one in downtown LA that I want to talk about. Oh man, it's really, really fantastic. So, we might get Ron Placone on the show, but he is at a protest right now in Pasadena. So I don't know when. Let me just put this here. Didn't get the notification. Well, the only thing I can say, I wish I had just a more concise answer. Is hit the bell notification button. YouTube has unnotified people before, like unchecked that. So you'll go, what? No, I know I checked this. And they said, oh, you have it notified. So hit the bell notification button and hopefully YouTube notifies you. And then the other thing I always say is I always put it out on Twitter and Instagram and my Facebook fan page. So that's at Graham Elwood on Twitter and Instagram. So I always announce when I'm going live. So I hope that helps too. I mean, that's I wish I had like a more definitive thing with YouTube, but that's just how it shakes out sometimes. So, all right, CPU numbers. CPU numbers are good, kids. Yeah, Melissa H brings up a good point to Owen Goebel. You can probably find the nearest Black Lives Matter group near you and find out. Yeah. Too bad left leaders such as Pelosi and Joe Biden have inadvertently and purposefully contributed to Republicans and Trump's rise in fascism power. To me, it's not that all leftists are Antifa. Oh, God. Yeah, the Democratic Party. I'm sorry, man. I mean, let's be real clear here. He wrote the 1994 crime bill. Like, I'm going to get into that in a sec, but like, I'm just so sick of like, the Democrats will save us. No, they won't. No, they won't. No, they won't, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me just put this together here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit that before. Share this out on your social media. Those are all great free ways to support the show. And of course, if you have some money, and I totally understand if it's tight, hit the super chat, the dollar icon right below. I will answer your questions, and you're also supporting the show, and I get 100% of that money. YouTube doesn't take, like if you do $5, it's not like I get $4.53 or something like that. They give me the full $5. They charge you a little service fee or something. That's how they make their money. I wish I could get around that. I can't. You can also go to my Venmo at Graham-Elwood and support the show. All right, gonna try to get Ron Placone on the show. Let's try Ron Placone. Rennie Petro, her here, bear, bear, boo. Let's try Ron Placone. We're going to try to get Ron Placone on, ladies and gentlemen. Other great ways to support the show are...
Hello.
Hey!
What's up?
I can't see your... I'm just...
Oh, here, hold on. All right, can you see me?
Can you turn the orientation of your phone? Your hold on. Let me see if I can. Because right now.
I didn't bring my headphones with me, unfortunately. I just kind of went to see what was going on at City Hall, and here we are.
Well, hold on a sec. There's Can you're how do I switch this around here? You're not horizontal. You're upside down. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Hello, everybody. There's Ron Placone. I'm going to turn off my camera so we don't.
What's up, Graham?
Not much, buddy.
So I am. I'm in Old Town Pasadena. We are on the streets, and I don't know if you can hear that, but at first I thought, uh-oh, there's somebody with a big squeegee weapon. But it turns out, Graham, those are bagpipes. It is an instrument. You can play it, and that's what's happening. There's music here. There's dancing. There's boom boxes, say anything style. It's awesome, and it's totally peaceful. And there's no police around. They're kind of down the street. They just kind of block off the street. And so far, that's all that happened. So it's a totally peaceful protest, but we're taking over the streets. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. And how long has this been going on today?
So, it's funny, man. I went to City Hall yesterday just going on like a nightly walk. And I ran into a group of people that were there. They had sorry, they're making speeches. I'm trying to be a little, but yeah, I went to City Hall yesterday, and there was somebody, there was a group of people, just doing like a small visual, and so I joined them, and I went on the march, and then it was really cool. Because I came back today and there was just this huge thing going on at the Pasadena Police Department, and it was like just this huge protest that led to this march here. And I'm trying to be quiet because the speech just started, but yeah, that's what's going on.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. And so really just cops not there in force, or they're just sort of off to the side or on the perimeter or something like that, or?
Yeah, like they're down the road, and right now it's kind of like a kneel-in. And yeah, it's been totally peaceful. Like right now, it's like they are down the road, and it's it's inspiring to see. So hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, there was. I was at one in Santa Monica today that was very peaceful. Of course, the National Guard was there, and Santa Monica police were sort of off to the side, and they didn't roll up with automatic weapons and all this other stuff. But I saw that Caitlin reposted. There was a march either yesterday or today in downtown Los Angeles, and asking to cut the 300, the $3 billion in police funding that the city of Los Angeles is spending, and they came back and said, all right, we're going to cut 150 million, and people said that wasn't enough, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, I saw that in the news too, and that was pretty uplifting.
Yeah, and what is sort of, this is probably your third or fourth protest you've gone to in the last week. What are you noticing different, whatever, from the other ones, other than the police stuff that you talked about?
Yeah, I mean, so far everything in Pasadena has been really peaceful, which has been pretty awesome. And at least everything I've been to, I actually wasn't at the one where there was that incident with the car. That was when we were doing our benefit.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is also very peaceful, and we're kneeling in the center now.
Oh.
So here, let me try to get you a view of it.
Yeah, show us that, please.
So this is everyone in the street.
Let's join them.
And this is my face. Are you still there?
Yeah, man. I'm just kneeling.
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. All right, I think my battery's about to die, so I should probably hop off. But
All right, dude.
Peace, everybody. Hello and peace. Stay strong.
All right, thanks, Ron.
All right, Graham. Talk to you later.
All right, brother. That was Ron Placone, everybody, joining us from the Black Lives Matter protest in Pasadena. Just wanted to share that with you. I know many of you are participating in protests all over the world, and some of you I know, for whatever reason, I get it. If you can't, you're, have one of the, oh, my screen's doing that crazy thing again. Sorry. Sorry, I don't know why it keeps doing this. We gotta fix it real quick. Should change in just a second. That should change it. It's Russia who messes with this screen. Yes, I had a reporter live on the ground. I just want to show that to folks all over the place, because I know some of you might live in a small town where there's not a protest, or I understand some people are, COVID-19 still there, and if you have a pre-existing condition or are worried about that or whatever, when I was there Sunday and it got nuts, it triggered a lot of my PTSD, which I've talked about. So I was a little hesitant today, but I still went out anyway. I get it. So, if you can't physically participate for whatever reasons, there's so many other ways to do it. And that's why, having Ron on the show, so you can, you all just joined in a Pasadena protest. I'm in Santa Monica, Ron's in Pasadena, which is a good 25 miles from where I live. And you all live wherever you live. Some of you are in Australia, the UK, all over the place. It's fantastic. So, that's what we're doing. 187 watching, 100 likes. Please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit the like button. Small town Australian here, and we have a protest this weekend. Right on. My small country town in New South Wales, Australia, is having a Black Lives Matter protest this Saturday. That's so awesome. Seeing people, it's awesome, and the fact that people are having a protest of 10, 15 people, whatever. Yeah, it's important. I mean, I live streamed from this protest at the Santa Monica City Hall, and the guy was asking people, he spoke, this young black guy, and then he was like, anybody want to talk? Any white people got anything? Why are you here? And he asked, are any teachers? And it's a teacher and a Bowman. And he went through, and then he said, any white people who work in the media? And I raised my hand and I spoke, and it was it was cool. So, Barcelona here, we have a memorial in my street for George with a mural and flowers. Oh, wow, Preston, that's awesome. Take some photos of that and share them and tag me on social media or something like that. That'd be cool. Graham, did you know that Wall Street makes money off of police brutality through brutality bonds? Whew, I did not know that. Yeah, the world, it is cool. It feels like the world is town of 6,000 people, 300 people protesting. That's awesome. That's 5% of your population. That's pretty cool. It's to see that that the whole world is with black people in America is it's important. I mean, so worldwide, we are humanists against fascist capitalism. Yeah, I know. Get David Icke on the show. His book. Okay, cool. Your speech was on fire. Thanks. Yeah, so I'll cut it out later and just like put it up on social media. I gave like, I don't know, a couple minute speech, but I think it's at around the 24-minute mark of my live stream earlier today that says I think it was Black Lives Matter protest at Santa Monica City Hall, June 4th, 2020. So you can watch that. I'm in China. Solidarity, brother. Keep up the good work. Awesome. Awesome. FBI interrogating protesters if they're against fascism. Yeah, I mean, we have a long way to go, man. So, Graham, you've stated that we should give more money to the police in the past. Do you still feel that way? When have I said that? I don't know that I've said we should give more money to the police. I've said we need police. We need to redo the whole how we police, and we need to spend way more money on social programs and stuff like that. The current way we give money to the police is completely flawed. It's just more militarized equipment. It's all this other stuff. So I really sorry, I'm looking at two things at once. And you know, one of the things we were talking about that was mentioned by several people at the rally today were like all the money being spent, like Los Angeles. It's the way we fund city budgets, fund police departments is the same way the federal government funds the military. It's way out of whack. So Los Angeles has cut funding for social programs, for education, for all that stuff. And then we give more money to the police. But look, the private prison industry profits from this. The private prison industry profits from more criminals. I mean, I did that video on how a bunch of record executives were told, you know, there was this like secret meeting and the people from the private industry were like, if we push gangster rap, it'll help. And that's part of it. Jimmy Dore's live comedy shows. You got to give me more context on that. You got to show me a clip or something like that for me to just say, you said you wanted more money for the police. I unless I was sarcastic, I don't ever remember saying that. I don't ever remember saying that. If I did say it, and there's a clip of me saying it, then I don't believe that anymore. But I don't ever remember saying that. I mean, you know, and I do remember saying like community policing, we need to spend more money on that, on teaching cops, like the way they train the police in Germany. You know what they do? They take them to the concentration camps and show them and train there and go, this is what happens when people get out of control with power. Yeah, I mean, I'd gladly spend money on civilian oversight of the police, and you know, civilian oversight, community review board. So if a cop gets busted for excessive force, he doesn't just keep getting, or she in those cases, doesn't just keep getting rehired. You know, like what happened with what's his name, Chauvin, the guy who killed George Floyd. So. Yeah. Maybe Sergeant Stryker said it. Detective Stryker. Since they can't blame the riots only on black people this time, since videos show white people also, now they say it's Antifa and radical left, since that also works for the corporate overlords agenda. Absolutely. Absolutely. 40 hours of cleat training is all that is required in Oklahoma. Yeah, so that's a good example. These police departments, and it's systemic, obviously, you know, they'll take like, yeah, exactly, 40 hours of de-escalation training. That's not enough. And if the police departments are saying we need more money to train cops better so there's less violence, and I'm all for that. If they try to take the money and just buy more riot gear, I'm not in favor of that. But first and foremost, more money on education, more money on social programs, you know. And I think police cops who feel overwhelmed, if they really sat back and look at it, would probably welcome it. Because, I mean, I've heard some cops say, man, you know, we're all the, you know, poverty and all this stuff that society is failing in, right? We're not giving people enough education. We're not taking care of the homeless, the drug problem, poverty, inequality, all that stuff. And then I've heard some cops say, and then we just have to, we have to deal with all of it on a street level. So it's like, and then of course you know, they're trained to just be super violent. So I've heard some cops make that complaint, and yeah, so the cops that make that complaint, I would tell them, well, then you should want money for better schools. You should want money for all this stuff. Job training, drug treatment, all that. You should want all this, you know? But we have a for-profit prison system. So criminalizing drug use profits the prison system. You know, jailing and terrorizing and brutalizing and killing black people and just anyone of color, or just poor people in general, that's who's in the prisons. It's mainly people of color and poor people of any ethnicity, because they need that. The for-profit is they profit. So they need criminals. So they create a system where there's criminals. They glamorize criminal behavior. And then make sure people aren't educated and don't have good jobs and all that stuff. Germany is the shining light of change that can teach the world. Yeah, it is true. Where they were and how they've come out of, you know, death camps. NRA dictates your police policy, training, and police union, just like big pharma control the mental health system and the regular healthcare system as general. Have you read about the Stanford prisoning system? Even the best people in a violent situation will likely become violent and abuse power. Yeah, the Stanford prison situation, they just took college kids and put some of them, made them prisoners and made some of them prison guards. And the students that became prison guards automatically abused it. It's like crazy. So you got to have civilian oversight. You got to have like checks and balances, and you got to prosecute. That's the big issue here too. The 99% of the cops that have killed unarmed black people have been acquitted. They've been acquitted. Like, I got to show you this. Let's see. I've been pulling all these stats. Okay. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hello everybody, my name is Graham Elwood and you are watching The Political Vigilante. I come to you from military-occupied Santa Monica. So some of the stuff that's been, I mean, we're in insane, crazy times. But what is becoming very starkly evident in police departments all over the country is the amount of money spent on police. And not in good ways, not in like training or de-escalation tactics, but just riot gear, masks, guns, boom, 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 on down the line. And I've talked about that a lot on this show, how we spend so much money on the military. It's the reason our country is like, has been so numb to people like Eric Garner and Michael Brown is because we are numb to the war machine. We outspend the next 10 countries combined. We're currently bombing 7 countries right now. There are 85,000 dead children in Yemen. So we have to address all of the evil. We have to address all of the, we are a violent, militarized, pretty brutal society. Capitalism is brutal. You don't make it in this country, you're on the street, you're living in a tent. You don't have health insurance, you're gonna die. And we all just go, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? And then this awful tragedy of George Floyd getting murdered in real time. 1 cop did it and 3 stood by and helped and watched and protected him and let it happen. And it took 6 days of protesting and 10,000 arrests for those other 3 cops to get arrested. So like three cops hadn't been charged until this last week of protests. And I've said this before, while I'm not happy the rioting happened, it happened in my town, it breaks my heart, I understand it. And unfortunately, the powerful needed to go, oh shit. And people say, oh, the looting has nothing to do with the George Floyd protest. Yeah, it does actually. Because it shows the economic inequality we have in this country. I saw Richard Wolff talking on RT and he made a great point. He goes, well, the 1%, the ruling class, has not been equally dispersing their money. So that's part of the looting is we're going to equally disperse it ourselves. You don't want to give us jobs and anything like that? Well, that building gets smashed open, we're going to go take it. And some of the buildings getting smashed open have been done by undercover cops. We've talked about that. We've talked about how they've been done by white nationalist groups. And even if they were done by protesters, even if they were done by young black kids who were just like out to cause trouble, I get that. If I grew up in a poor neighborhood and had no opportunity and was told because of the color of my skin I was less than, or the cops could kill me and my friends and brothers and sisters because of the color of our skin, and college was not the only option for me for college, was like being an entertainer or an athlete, which you have like a less than a 1/100th of a percentage to get that. I'd go smash some shit up too. They looted a grocery store by me. I get that, man. And now we're in the middle of a pandemic. I haven't gotten my unemployment yet. I finally got some emails. I'm supposed to be getting it in the next week or 2. But I've gotten $1,200 from the federal government and a little bit of money, a small couple of grand from the SBA in a loan that I have to pay back unless I use it for labor for my, some of my part-time employees in this thing that I haven't been able to hire any of them. So if I didn't have this YouTube show, I don't know, I would not have been able to pay rent for June. I could have paid it for April, probably scraped it together for May, but I would not be paying my rent for June. And I don't know what kind of food I would have in my house. So if I saw on camera or was in Santa Monica when they looted this Vaughn's near my house, I might have gone in there and said, fuck, I got to get some food. So the looting and the rioting is not, no one was looting and rioting people's homes. They were doing businesses. And the small businesses that got smashed up, I'm sorry, that sucks. It breaks my heart. But what's worse is George Floyd getting murdered and pleading for his life for 8 minutes. I'm sorry, that's worse than some broken glass and stolen products. That's horrifying. And that keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening. And now this is what's going on in Los Angeles and cities all over America. But this is in Santa Monica where I live. Right on Ocean Boulevard, right by the downtown 3rd Street Promenade where it's all nice and the beach and everything. It's a sunny June day. Militarized vehicles.
The last time I saw this much military vehicles and equipment and stuff flying over my head was when I did a comedy tour in Iraq. This is against the Constitution. That my uncles fought fascists. My uncles fought fascists in World War II. This is against the Constitution.
I just wanted to show you that. Palm trees, all this nice stuff, those are military vehicles. And these are some police brutality statistics. So I've heard some white people like, oh, what are they even protesting? Take a knee? What does that mean? I had this argument with somebody that I quite honestly can't be friends with anymore. And, you know, they had an Obama sticker on their Prius and they thought they're so woke and they kept, well, Dr. King would never, what? Dr. King gave socialist speeches. Dr. King said, this country was born in revolution. Oh, those guys wasting all that tea in the Boston Tea Party. Oh, they polluted the Boston Harbor. What are they doing? They're revered as heroes in the historical makeup of this country. So, again, I'm not happy about the looting. It breaks my heart. And I'm sorry if anybody lost their small business or whatever. But like when I saw the Gucci store in Beverly Hills get smashed and there was Eat the Rich spray painted on the side, I got to be honest with you, I didn't lose a lot of sleep. That, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 handbags that are made by, you know, people getting 50 cents or $1 a day or whatever in China or some third world country made that so that Gucci can make all this profit. The labor, again, the slave labor in whatever third world country that made that Gucci bag, the worker's not getting that. If the Gucci bag, the $500 Gucci handbag, the workers got, oh man, no, in China they get $25 an hour, they get union benefits, they got a great job. Okay, but that's not what's happening. So that's the inequities of capitalism. So I'm sorry, but I get it. And the media just keeps talking about the looting. They won't talk about the injustice of this. They act like the looting is the worst thing ever. I mean, what happened to George Floyd was bad, but the looting, no, we got to flip that script. I'm sorry what happened to the stores. I'm sorry. But the real tragedy is George Floyd was murdered. He was murdered by 4 cops, really. Because if 4 citizens just did that to a cop, one guy put his knee on a cop, and then 4 people kind of watched and let it happen, they all 4 would be charged with murder, and people would be outraged that they're just killing cops. Right? You know that. And rightfully so, but they would be charged immediately. It took 6 days of riots and 10,000 arrests, and I'm sorry, the looting was part of it. I'm sorry that it happened, but people going, oh shit. Them protesting outside of Mayor Garcetti's house. Because of this, our police are out of control. I got this from watching the Hawks on RT. Police violence by the numbers. U.S. police killed 3 people per day in 2019, 1,100 killings in total. Black people accounted for 24% of those killed. They only occupy 13% of the population. So that right there shows it's already off, that it's more against black people. from 2013 to 2019, 99% of police killings resulted in officers not being charged with a crime. So the fact that it took 10,000 protester arrests and civil unrest, a week of civil unrest, to get 3 extra officers convicted, not even charged. Okay, that's great, but part of the problem is only 1% of them get even charged with a crime, and then of that 1%, they're all acquitted. So I'm glad all 4 officers have been charged in Minneapolis, but until they're sentenced and in prison, we'll see how the trial goes, because remember this happened with Michael Brown. And at the time, I wasn't paying enough attention to the media. And I remember listening, well, they did a study and it sounds like that's what the grand jury said, because I wasn't paying enough attention. So 2019, 48 police officers were killed in the line of duty. That's nationwide. That's unfortunate. That's tragic, but that's not even 1 cop per state. That's unfortunate, but look at this. 1,100 to 48? But this is the real statistic. 99% of police killings resulted in officers not being charged with a crime. That's a problem. The reason, and so when people are like, what are they even protesting for? I'm telling you first of all, stop killing unarmed black people. Stop killing unarmed people in general. We need civilian oversight. This is what lack of civilian oversight does, right? Because there's the blue veil of secrecy, the blue wall. And there's some good cops out there. Well, if one guy, your partner's got his knee on somebody's neck and kills them and you stand there and do nothing, you're not a good cop. If your partner is shooting tear gas at a pregnant woman or rubber bullets at a peaceful protester and you don't do nothing and report them or say anything, you're not a good cop. I'm sorry, you're not a good cop. So we need civilian oversight, and we need to take some of this money that goes towards police armaments and militarized weaponry. We know this. I've done videos on this. The military sells its gear to the police department. So cities which don't have the Federal Reserve to just give them unlimited money. So I understand that cities and counties and states, local governments, are dependent upon running a budget the way you and I run our household budgets. I make this much money, I got to keep my expenses under. So I bet you if you started spending more money, on education and social programs and the homeless and drug treatment, not incarcerating treat drug addiction like a health issue, because that's what it is. Every alcoholic or drug addict will tell you, I'm not a, this isn't, they're like, I can't stop. I can't stop. So this is what people are asking for. And then prosecutors like Jackie Lacey, who's the district attorney of Los Angeles, a black woman, Democrat. Eric Garcetti, mayor of Los Angeles, is a Democrat. He won't call out the brutality of LAPD just from the last 5-6 days. Fiorella was shot, and her and her brother, Johnny, from the combo couch, were shot with rubber bullets. This guy at the protest in Santa Monica today that was leading the protest lifted up his shirt, and he had a big welt from a rubber bullet that shot him. So, civilian oversight, get rid of prosecutors that won't charge cops. And the other thing too, when people settle civil suits, they were attacked or brutalized by the police, and then they file a civil suit because the district attorneys won't prosecute cops. You know who pays for that? The city does. The city uses tax money to settle that. Why do we make cops have to pay that? So you're trained as a cop, and if you get a civil suit against you, guess what, kiddo? You got to pay it. I'm just throwing out some options here, but this is the list that needs to happen. Shave your knuckles for justice. $357 watchers, 211 likes. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Can you sue the city for a rubber bullet? I don't know. You should try. The fight against racism cannot continue separately from the fight against capitalism. Good point. When do we expand the struggle against police brutality into the all-out offensive against capitalism? I think that's starting to happen. Some of the conversations and the protests and things I'm hearing, people are really getting the financial impact of this. And when I spoke today, I brought that up. You know, and that's what I try to do. I did it at this speech today, and it was a little 2-minute speech, but like, what I tried to do on the show is draw the connections, connect the dots, draw the lines together, show people this isn't just isolated, right? Because as Fred Hampton said, capitalism creates racism. It helps create it. Not that there aren't just racist people and they get into power or are born into power and they infuse that racism, but yeah, absolutely. Police brutality, racism, and capitalism are all interwoven, and we need to discuss that. That's part of the like, stop spending all this money, like the city of Los Angeles spending $3 billion on the police and cutting social programs. That's part of what you're talking about. So I'm glad you're bringing that up. It's good. Let's answer some super chats, folks. Great way to support the show. Sam Dean, what's up, brother? Black Lives Matter protests in Melbourne tomorrow. I'll update you. Thank you so much. It's just like seeing like Australians. I mean, I was just in Australia in November. I talk about how much I love Australia. It's so awesome to see that. And Australia is a pretty white country. So to see that is a good thing. I see it in London. Like this dude painted this thing in Syria. Like it's awesome, man. It's just fantastic, you know. Yeah. Melissa H, what's up, Melissa? Shave your knuckles for justice. Great speeches by leaders at DC protests last night, saying protest isn't just about George Floyd, but about police reform, money for schools, money for community. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's part of the capitalism and racism, and we gotta address all of it. We got to address all of it. It's such a great point. And that's part of why I say, when I say make Gotham great again, and you're all political vigilantes, I'm not just like, that isn't just because I like comic books and Batman. When I say make Gotham great again, I think most of you get this, but for those of you who might be new or whatever, when I say make Gotham great again, I mean, Gotham is a fictionalized city that had all of this corruption, right? So corrupt that Bruce and Martha Wayne were gunned down because of poverty, and that's how Batman was born. And he was born into privilege. Bruce Wayne was born into privilege and said, I got to fight this, you know? And so that's what that means, make Gotham great again, is like make this horrible, corrupt system that has been corrupt since this country started, since before America started. The ruling elites for centuries have been doing this, if not thousands of years. So when I say make Gotham great again, and I say you're all political vigilantes, part of what I'm talking about is it's just, especially, I really need to talk to the white people watching this show. It's on us to explain it to our white friends and relatives that don't get it, who are like, why are they looting? To explain all of this stuff. and to connect these dots and show what do you expect? It's all. And part of the looting too is like, that's a building, that's a big business, that's the establishment, that's fuck you. People weren't looting people's homes. Some white people got all scared. I'm like, no, they were saying that big fancy store, that big business, that bank, they looted banks. They smashed up banks. I'm sure the local media shows people just running out with stuff under their arms going, ha, ha, ha. And it's like, but even that you got to analyze. Capitalism is so brutal. The only reward you get in capitalism is you get to buy something. If you succeed in capitalism, that's your big reward. That's the top of the mountain. You get to buy stuff. And the more you succeed in capitalism, the more fancy stuff you get to buy. So when capitalism is kicking your ass, the only reward you get is, shit, I got to grab a pair of shoes. Again, if I didn't have this show and you all supporting what I do, and I was just dependent upon the federal government to feed myself, I might have joined in that. I might have gone and gotten myself a pair of shoes or grabbed a surfboard and sold it for a couple hundred. It's a $600-700 brand new surfboard. I might have sold it for $200-300. I absolutely would have gone and gotten food. I would have said, fuck, I gotta go get food, I'm starving. I would have done that. So then it is the brutality of capitalism. It is totally connected to racism. Because if we had a socialist society, democratic, so where everyone got the same stuff, we had good schools, right? Everybody got good schools, all the neighborhoods, because even in school funding, there is, I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $23 billion gap in funding in primarily white neighborhoods versus primarily black neighborhoods in America. Right there. Why are they rioting? Right there. They've been told. They're not, and I've seen it. I mean, and they would go, wow, these white schools are nice. When I played sport, I mean, I always reference this kid that I'm a big brother to. I've seen where he goes to school. I've seen these public schools. I've asked him about him. He's like, oh man, the teachers start fighting. The kids start fighting. The teachers do nothing. And I compare him to what my 6 nieces and nephews have, who are all just middle-class suburban white kids. They're not born into, the 1%. They're not blue bloods, but I just see what they get. They get all these extra things. In Santa Monica here, right by the Santa Monica High School across the street, they just built a brand new sports facility. Beautiful, state-of-the-art. That field turf, stands. That's what our parks look like. That's what our kids get to play in. So capitalism is brutal, and if everybody was taken care of, there wouldn't be crimes. Like when the white people get all scared, I go, if everybody got a fair share, there wouldn't be, how much crime would there be? Like, think it through. I saw this photo of these like people at some trailer park, these white people, and there was a protest near the trailer park, so they went outside with their guns to defend their trailer park, and I just was like, God, you guys live in such fear. You know what would happen if you came out of your trailer park with a Black Lives Matter sign and said, and people in that protest would hug you. They would hug you. I was talking to this guy today after the protest in Santa Monica. This black dude came up to me. He's like, man, I really appreciate your speech. And he was like, he goes, I was at the speech the other day in LA and I was shocked. He goes, there was like almost more white people than black people. He goes, that was amazing. You know? There isn't any fuck you white people vibe at these rallies. There's some fuck the police, and rightfully so, but it's mainly like end police brutality, say George Floyd's name, white silence equals violence. And like white people are holding up those signs. White people are realizing, myself included, we can't not say anything. So those scared, like they're gonna come to my home, I need my guns, go, man, if you came out of your house with the Black Lives Matter sign, and talked and listened. Listen. I got this argument with her. She just wouldn't listen. What if they broke into your home? Graham, what if they came in to loot your house? I said, I wouldn't care. I would be bummed. I mean, not that I wouldn't care. It would bother me, but I would say, take it. I got renter's insurance. If they were that angry, I'd be like, it's just stuff. I'm going to kill you if you try to steal my stuff. And I started thinking about it. I said, you know what? I have had my home looted. I have had my home looted by One West Bank and Steve Mnuchin, who was helped by Kamala Harris and Obama and George Bush and people like Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell and both of these utterly filthy, corrupt parties. Where are they? Where are these? Joe Biden suggested a church shoot someone in the leg? What a fucking idiot. Louise Brooke, shaving knuckles for justice. Louise, don't we declare war on leaders who gas their own people? Yeah, exactly. I know. Like, I'm sitting around watching all this and watching up close the Santa Monica police and seeing what LAPD is doing just in my city. And then I'm watching the videos from all over the country. And I'm like, if this was happening in Venezuela, we'd be like, gotta send the military in. So like, is Iraq or Iran gonna send their military in to rescue us because we have a completely corrupt government and we're under military law? I just showed you, and there was Black Hawk helicopters flying over me today. Mount Unit, shave your knuckles for justice. 264 likes. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. Greg Vara, shave your knuckles for justice, Greg. Why is Governor Newsom allowing the National Guard? Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what just happened today? Follow me on Instagram. So the democratically controlled California, Newsom's a Democrat, the state assembly's Democratic. The mayors of all the big mayor city, I mean, Garcetti's a Democrat. I'm assuming the San Francisco mayor is a Democrat. They rolled in the National Guard. So what happened? Put this together. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of great ways to support the program. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood, rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. I go live every Monday at 8 o'clock on Rockfin. I just want to put a little segment together. Everybody who thinks the Democrats are so fantastic. I just need to talk about that for a second. I just need... Where are they? Hold on, folks. Hold on. Gonna be on Convo Couch tomorrow. Check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Hit the like button, share this out there in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I'm just trying to put some stuff together. It's been, you know, I was out today and then was at this protest, which always like was great and just takes a lot of time though, so I didn't get a time to like build a segment. You know what I mean? I try to like put some stuff together. What's up, kids? You enjoying your vegan guns? Where is it? I want to find the also, I'm going to have my Vigilante, courtesy of ZT. That is going to be available soon. I just got it in the mail today. Isn't that cool? Look at that. It says Make Gotham Great Again, and it says blended green tea. It's Chinese and Japanese green tea together. It's so good. And then there's only 50 made. So on the back, you're going to get a number with 50. So they gave me 51. This one's mine. And I numbered it 00. But as soon as I put it on sale, there's only 50 made. And they're going to be $20, and that includes shipping. And I know you might seem like it's a little pricey, but the tea growers get their own, they get good wages. So me and Jeffrey at ZT, I was like, I just need to make a little bit of a profit. He needs to make a little bit of a profit. And then like they get a lot of money. So the money he spent, so his wholesale cost to me is paying for them, and it also figures in the shipping. So it's $20 out the door with shipping, and I ship in products in shipping materials, you know, envelopes and stuff made from recycled materials. I use the United States Post Office, which is union labor. It's 2.7 ounces, and this has never been, no one's ever mixed Chinese and Japanese green tea before. This is a unique blend that you can only get from me. There will only be 50 of these. And it's Vigilante. And I'm going to release a video. He and I did this cool interview talking about why tea is really awesome. And so that's going to be at grandmoa.com soon. So check that out. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Where is it, lady? We'll find it in a second. I just want to get Biden's 94 speech. All right, hold on. I want to find it in a sec. We'll get to it in a sec. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Biden, 1994 crime bills. Let's see. There we go.
Hey folks, I'm Joe Biden. I'd like to ask you to join my campaign. As I've said, time.
God, is he mad?
So 25 years after the 1994 crime bill was enacted, we are still having conversations about the import and significance of the bill.
All right, hold on. Let's find this good. I don't know why this is such a. Hold on.
During a campaign event in May, Joe Biden fought back against a common critique of an old.
Why is it so hard to find? Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. This is what I wanted to get. All right, citizens of Gotham. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, citizens of Gotham. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Graham Elwood. You're watching the Political Vigilante. You can support what I do in a number of ways. All right, I'll read a couple more super chats. Sindaloo 2. Keep going, Graham. Thank you so much. Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I froze? Oh, boy. Oh. God, why did I freeze? Why did I freeze? What's going on? What happened? Oh. What happened? Sorry, hold on, everybody. I'm sorry. Everything's going great, and then it just fucking freezes, man. What's going on? What's going on? Sorry. Ah. God damn it. Cranking along, and then this shit goes down. Come on, robot. What's going on? What's going on? preset.